Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the January 26th regular meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Ossining. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so
Council member
oh,
Detour.
forget the roll call. It's right up there. So roll call, please.
Council member Detour.
Here.
Council member Jeffrey.
Present.
Council member Wilshire.
Here.
Council member Feldman.
Here.
And Supervisor Levenberg.
Present.
Do we have any announcements this evening?
We do. First, I would like to start with saying how grateful I am to the hard work that our Highway and Parks Departments undertook this weekend for our storm recovery efforts. I believe it was Jonas. And Jonas made a lot bigger of a mess than we were all anticipating. We had some meetings prior to for planning purposes. We met with the village. We met with our first responders to plan, and we were all anticipating a much smaller storm, but nevertheless, because of all the good planning, we managed to have everybody do a great job, and our streets and our roads in the town were all in very good shape on Saturday. I also want to thank our police, fire, and ambulance for being at the ready and helping out wherever needed to make sure that everybody was safe. Our highway superintendent, Michael G. O'Connor, and I just came today from an Office of Emergency Management training with the county, and the state was involved. I learned that, not surprisingly, it is all about coordination and communication and identifying and assessing situations and mitigating the effects of those situations. So I just want to let everybody know that I will continue to make sure I am at the ready to make sure we take advantage of all of our resources to protect our life and property, and that we plan appropriately for any natural or man-made disasters. I am also hopeful that we can soon be able to adopt a resolution to be part of the county's hazard mitigation plan, something that we applied to be a part of last year. Just recently heard from the county, and we will be having that on our agenda at our next regular meeting, and that'll position us to be able to apply for FEMA grants. This past week I participated in a number of meetings which included updates on the good work that OVAC, our ambulance provider, is providing for Mid-Hudson Ambulance District. We have quicker response times and greater number of calls than ever before, and we're doing this all affordably for the public. We have some other communities that we have also been meeting with that are looking into joining the district, and hopefully that will make us even more efficient. And being able to provide all of these services at a greater for the greater good. I met with the Ossining Historic Cemeteries Conservancy this week, and I am very excited about a number of projects they have planned for the year, and I'm hopeful that we can invite them to one of our meetings to present to the board and to the public coming up soon. I have also met with various department heads. I recently toured the Shine House at Cedar Lane Park. And there was another tour today also with our foreman of our Parks Department, Mario Villardo. They've been doing some fantastic work at the Shine House, and that's the little building that's next to what was the pool and is now the community garden, and what had a theater there. We are cautiously optimistic that the facility will be ready and the space will be available for the recreation department to run pottery classes there in the spring, and we've had a donation of some different kilns and other pieces that we believe will be and some wheels, and we're hoping that we will be able to offer the program to our community in the spring. We're continuing to work with that goal in mind, and great thanks to Mario Villardo and the Parks Department for all of their hard work. Furthermore, I have been meeting with our highway superintendent and talking about other infrastructure projects, also with our village engineer, who also works on infrastructure projects. And I have been in discussion with a number of people. I know that there are a lot of projects. I'm going to be working closely with all of our departments to see how we can address our infrastructure needs with a short and long-range plan that I will hope to be presenting to you sometime in the next few months. Finally, I encourage everyone to come to our first town hall meeting next Tuesday night, February 2nd, at the Ossining Public Library to hear about a new initiative that we will be working on in the town, which will include economic development for our local businesses, a chance for our residents to be more in touch with our parks and open spaces, and a way to brand Ossining as a community that cares about the health and well-being of everyone who lives and works here. We're going to call it, for now, working title, Mind, Body, Spirit Ossining, and I hope that everybody will join to learn more about how we can celebrate our parks and open spaces in Ossining. I know that we have a number of events coming up. I would be happy to share those events, or I would also encourage any of my colleagues at the table, if they have events to share, they should also feel free. Do you want to share this one, Councilwoman Jeffrey?
We just want everybody to save the date. The Galata House, which is a not-for-profit organization that provides financial or assistance to anybody who has a need in Westchester County, is going to have a Ossining night specifically, where we're going to be able to see the Westchester Knicks. They will host it. There is I think the opening of getting tickets is tomorrow at the rec center after 12 o'clock. You can call there if you have questions, and it'll give you the pricing. I think children are free, but adults are not. It is going to be February 19th. That's when the event will happen. So call the rec center tomorrow, ask about it after 12 o'clock, and save the date for February 19th for Ossining Night to go see the Westchester County Knicks.
All right, I have a couple more events, but I'm happy to let others announce some events before I continue, if you want to. If that's okay, so I just want to let you know that in the hallway gallery of the Ossining Public Library, in celebration of Black History Month, local photographer Keith Giametta will be displaying his amazing photographs from his trip to Africa. The show is titled Out of Africa. And Keith was born and raised in Ossining originally. He loves to travel the globe. The opening reception will be held on Saturday, February 6th from 12 to 2 p.m. We also continue to have baseball and softball registration at the Recreation Center. It has already started from 7 to 9 p.m. Thursdays and Saturday, that was Thursday, January 21st, so that already happened, and Saturday, February 6th from 10 to 2. The organic community garden plot registration continues. That's from January 12th to February 16th, also at the community center, and you need a current rec ID card and a fee of $20. New and returning gardeners must register and pay the fee and attend the mandatory orientation session, which is on Saturday, March 2nd, with a snow day of April 2nd. I'm sorry, Saturday, March 12th, with a snow date of April 2nd. Coming up for Valentine's Day, there is a Hearts and Flowers famous Valentine bake sale and lantern gift shop sale at St. Paul's on the Hill, 40 Ganong Drive in Ossining. Cards, gifts, and handmade items, plus St. Paul's fabulous bake sale, free coffee and tea, and a place to relax. And if the weather is questionable, you can call them at 941-4434. That's January 30th from 10 to 3. There is also an opportunity to become a volunteer tax preparer, and that's coming up. I want to tell you where it is, but at IFCA. Mm-hmm. Karen, do you want to elaborate on that or not?
Yes, not only can you, I think there's still time to become a volunteer tax preparer, but that's something you have to come in and just call us at IFCA 914-941-5252. The other thing is we will be starting the first week of February, we will be doing free taxes at IFCA and at the high school on Monday evenings. for during tax season for people who qualify. So if you can check with us to see if you qualify, and we will be preparing taxes for free.
Thank you, Councilwoman Dottori. And Sonic Lovebot Band is coming to the Steamer Firehouse Gallery on February 6th at 8 p.m., and that's at 117 Main Street on the second floor, sponsored by the Austin Arts Council. Also, the Winter Farmers Market continues, and they have moved inside to the First Presbyterian Church, 34th South Highland Avenue, Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Finally, the Friends Annual Meeting, Friends of the Library Annual Meeting will take place this Sunday, January 31st at 2 p.m. at the Austin Public Library. I hope that's the right library. That's all the announcements. So
How many things were on February 6th? I feel like
There are
there
a
were
lot of-
25 things
there
on
are a
February
lot of things.
6th.
Oh, I think I did leave off, yeah. And I think also the Ecuadorian consulate was rescheduled for this Saturday, January 30th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Boudars Theater. Also, there's a gun safety discussion hosted by the Austin Public Library and the Westchester American Association of University Women's Current Issues Group. And that's also at the library Friday, February 5th at 10:15 a.m. So I hope that I did get all of the announcements, and I will now move to the public comment on, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have, oh, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Yes, thank you,
On
Madam.
behalf of the Austin Historical Society Museum, come celebrate History Open House on Monday, February 15th, 2016, from 12 noon until 3 p.m. Come learn about your local history and some of the Austin's presidential past. There's going to be ongoing tours, dramatic readings, hands-on art activities, historical trivia, and you can win a prize awarded to top winners. And there will be refreshments to include mini sandwiches, assorted sweets, hot cocoa, and coffee. The program is appropriate for adults and children 10 and over, and there is a $5 admission, which includes activities and refreshments.
Can you repeat the date?
That is Monday, February 15th, President's Day, from 12 until 3.
Anything like the last event that I attended, it will be fantastic.
Oh, I hope that was a fantastic event.
It was, absolutely.
Okay. We'll move on to public comments on agenda items. Not seeing any. We'll do our board resolutions. Resolved that the town board of the town of Austin hereby approves the January 12th, 2016 minutes of the reorganizational meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Abstentions?
Resolved the town board of the town of Austin hereby approves the January 19th, 2016 minutes of the special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Resolved the town board of the town of Austin hereby approves the voucher detail report dated January 26th, 2016 in the amount of $140,306.39 for 2015 and $300,809.91 for 2016 for a grand total of $441,116.30. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Question.
discussion?
Question, yeah. 300,000, please?
I knew you were going to ask, so I'm prepared. We had our February medical bill in there. So again, the medical insurance is paid on a monthly basis, but that's before all of our employee and retiree contributions. So that's the big amount. Also, we had our January IMA payment to the Village of Ossining. So the village allows us to wait a couple months for us to get some of our tax payments in before they start charging us for the police contract. So this is one of the smaller ones that you'll see. So it's just over $100,000 as opposed to what it will be later in the year.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Question?
Well, I'm sorry. The 300 was for the 25th. Is that what that says?
300 is for 2016.
Oh, so we still have 140 from 2015. 2015, which is what is that residual, and when will we ending 2015?
We won't be ending 2015 until March. I
Okay.
can tell you that much.
Right, okay.
For the 2015 bills, I don't think there was any one thing in there that was so significant. I think it's just a lot of end-of-year projects wrapping up. The one thing I can think of is the green waste fee that we pay the Village of Ossining. So that's to take care of all of our leaves that we bring down to Water Street. That was about $20,000 right there.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, February the 9th, 2016, at 7:30 p.m. in the Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street in Ossining, in the matter of Local Law Number 3 of 2016 regarding the repeal of Chapter 85 of the Town Code in its entirety and instead differing to the New York State SEQA regulations. Do I have a motion?
So,
move.
second. Question?
Question.
Did the EAC,
They have reviewed it. I don't think we've gotten any feedback. They were happy that we were going to be doing it. We did get one comment today from one of our community members who was had reviewed some of the additions that we had made over the years and thought that there was one piece that was perhaps a little bit more stringent than the state. And we had a suggestion from our council, and perhaps Mr. Silverberg, you.
Was that I have to get used to it on when it's up instead of when it's down. What I suggested was there's a couple ways you can handle it. One is this, and then the EAC feels that that addition is appropriate. You can later date. If there's a concern that it's so significant, schedule this for a later date and draft the local law so that they could be done simultaneously.
Just to go back and review, just for the public again, if you had missed the prior meeting, our council to the town had suggested that the SECRA, the way that the town code read wasn't really up to the current state code, and that we should revert to the state code and repeal Chapter 85 of the town code so that we could let the state code kick in. We had actually sent the this suggestion to our Environmental Advisory Council for them to also weigh in on. We wanted to give them an opportunity, and also we heard back from a community resident who'd been either watching the meetings or had read about it. So she was the one who'd commented, and she actually had been a member of our EAC prior to. So I just wanted everybody to get up to speed. I would be in favor of adopting the new, recommending that we go ahead with holding the public hearing so that we could have the comments at the public hearing and then looking to adopt this. And I don't know how quickly we could have that other piece ready, but perhaps that could come on the heels nearby if, in fact, most of the public was in favor of us adopting.
That, I mean, you may want to send that suggestion to the EAC and see what their thoughts are.
Sure.
It's not a very complicated local. Type one list, add that.
I agree. I think we should go forward, and then if we want to add something or make it more stringent, we can. I think we.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Yes. You had also another question, or was it? Okay. Okay, so then, all those in favor of calling for the public hearing?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? So our public hearing will be scheduled for Tuesday, February 9th at 7:30 p.m. here.
Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby appoints Ms. Carmelina Iorio Ossing to the PTA position of intermediate clerk in the Office of the Receiver of Taxes at a rate of $13 per hour, effective January 27, 2016. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Resolve the Town Board of the Town of Ossing hereby appoints Ms. Christine Picciano Ossing to the PTA position of intermediate clerk in the Office of the Receiver of Taxes at a rate of $13 per hour, effective January 27, 2016.
Move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Just as a note, it's Christina.
Oh, Christina.
Is that supposed to be a name?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Resolve the Town Board hereby approves the following additions to the compensation plan for the year 2016, passed at the reorganizational meeting on January 12, 2016. Title of position, an annual laborer, cemetery worker, $32,885. Lead cemetery worker, $38,189. Vanessa Crawford, PTA intermediate clerk, $13 an hour. Carmelina Iorio, PTA intermediate clerk, $13 an hour. Christina Picciano, PTA intermediate clerk, $13 an hour. And Barbara Powell, PTA intermediate clerk, $13 an hour. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Wait, I had a question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I saw Carmelina and Christina are going to be for the tax receiver's office. Who are the other? Vanessa Crawford?
All four? Okay.
And I just want to be clear, a PTA appointment means part-time as needed, so it's not like our regular part-timers who work 17 and a half hours a
Okay.
week. These folks are just kind of on the roster
hold,
to
in
come in
case.
when needed.
Okay.
Great. All those in
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Okay, we have no monthly reports this evening. Do we have any visitor recognition? Is there anyone who would like to address the board? Not seeing any, may I have a motion for an adjournment to request executive session for legal advice?
I just want to, before we do that, I just want to add one last announcement that I almost forgot. We are in the throes of tax collection according to our deputy tax receiver, and there will be additional extended hours in the office Thursday, Friday, and Monday this coming week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., I think up through the 1st of February. Just wanted to let everybody know that. I'm sorry, out of order, but.
Okay, we need the motion.
So move.
Wait. For legal advice and personnel. So moved.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you, everybody. I think that I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for attending our regular meeting. We look forward to seeing you all at the town hall meeting next Tuesday, February 2nd. Again, it'll be at the Austin Public Library. And have a safe night. Be careful out there. Please don't slip. There is black ice, and we want to make sure that everybody gets home safe. And we're happy to have some of our Austin High School students here tonight from participation in government. And you now come up and get your sheets signed. Thanks so much, and have a great evening, everybody.